a wonderful opportunity to stretch young minds.
Children that have been shy are suddenly out there presenting to 250 people.
It's not just about the science. There are so many skills that are involved in winning this competition.
It's much more realistic than any project I've ever seen.
We tell them not to. They still work all night because they're so enthusiastic about the projects.
If you think of the expression, it's not rocket science, well, this is rocket science by definition.
The students that are taking part in this competition are going to be the scientists of the future. How cool is that? The UK Space Design Competition is an amazing opportunity for students to actually apply the science they're learning in school to the challenge of actually creating a space settlement. So each year they get given the challenge of designing a settlement on Mars, or maybe it's orbiting the Earth, or in some far distant galaxy.
And they have 48 hours as a team of about 40 young people to work out the best design to put forward.
Even though now I'm working on 18 hours of sleep and I'm completely exhausted, I've loved every minute of it because everyone has just been so engaged and passionate about everything.
So you've got a huge task with many subtasks within it, huge teams, especially at the finals, 50 students breaking it down into many subtasks. They have to communicate to each other, they have to communicate to a client, they have to deal with technical matters, business matters, communication matters.
So there's nothing I'm more passionate about than spaceflight and astronomy, and the UKSDC is just an amazing opportunity to collaborate and be creative in a scientific field.
And then among the 5 or so teams in the final, one is picked out as the winner, and from the winners they choose 10 or 12 of them to go to NASA for the World Finals.
And compete internationally and hear all the exciting ideas coming across the world. So how cool is that?
The Space Design Competition is a wonderful opportunity to stretch young minds, to make people think about their own possibilities and the possibilities of humanity in the future.
One of the main goals of this competition is to inspire the next generation of engineers and scientists, and it's inspired me to pursue a degree in aero engineering.
The beauty of this competition is that it's not restricted to any category. We find that boys and girls are equally enthusiastic, people from backgrounds where they've had no science or where they come from challenging backgrounds, all of them seem to roll their sleeves up and get the enthusiasm. So I would say it is open for all.
We live in a scientific age, so it's so important that society understands the science that's having an impact on us. I think this is a great project to support because you're really investing in the future of our planet, the future of our country, the future of the kids that are going to be controlling, making decisions.
I think it's really great, especially being focused at students from years 10 to 13, because that's when people start thinking about what kind of careers they want to get into.
It's great to bring children along to and see these children transform in front of your eyes. Children that have been shy are suddenly out there presenting to 250 people, suddenly producing reams of work.
And actually this is the generation who are really going to be building these settlements, because at the moment a space settlement is just something you see in the movies, 2001 or Interstellar, but actually these kids are going to be the ones who are probably going to make this a reality. The great thing is that you need a real combination of skills. This isn't just about being a great scientist. You've got to have some business acumen. You form basically a kind of student company that are going to propose the idea of their particular space settlement to the judges, and they've got to convince the judges that their one is the best. So it's also a bit of a performance. They have to be good at delivering their ideas. So what I love about it is it's a fusion of all of these skills that you're learning at school brought together to try and win this competition. This exciting buzz when they get set their challenge and they don't know what they're going to be asked. You know, this last year we had them thinking about how to create a space settlement around the Earth. So that has very different challenges, and that's what's so exciting. Each challenge has its own different issues to solve.
You get really close quite quickly with the other people in your team. I think it's really important for younger students because it gives them a taste of what it's like to become involved in science and physics and astronomy. I mean, especially for younger girls as well. We're not really encouraged, and this is just giving you a taster and a taste of what it's like to be in this industry, to see what it's like, to see actually, wow, I really enjoy this. Maybe I want to pursue this in later life.
Because we think everyone's academic ability has something to contribute. But of course, all of us in society benefit from the best brains. I think people ought to support this project because it gives benefit in more than one way. It focuses on a wonderful college at the finals, Imperial College. It does teach students to work as a team. Often people are told how to excel individually. But modern society needs us to learn how to work effectively in a team.
The competition gives you opportunities like being able to work in a workplace environment so young. And I think this is really beneficial because you can start to gain skills that you wouldn't elsewhere really get.
This competition is already having an amazing legacy. We've had students who are now applying their science to industry and society. So, you know, it's really working.
I would like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich.
Competition is really about the future of our cultures, of our world. Students are the legacy that we all leave. And we need to actually support them in their endeavors to give them a better mind, to be creative, to actually contribute to all of the futures of everybody on Earth.
The amount of support for youngsters to do science is still very low. And the benefit we get for a 17-year-old being affected in a positive way this way lasts a whole lifetime.
The students that are taking part in this competition are going to be the scientists of the future, and that's why we should support them.